I'm Jessica Swietoniowski for the Rebel.media, and I'm out here today in Fleetwood, which is a coastal town in Lancashire. Looking around and walking around, it seems like almost like a forgotten town. Poverty has been an issue in this area, and people are on food stamps and living in poverty and has become the norm. It does seem like a working class town. So Tommy Robinson will be here soon. He'll be out campaigning, and he will be holding his rally for later tonight.
I can't wait for the 23rd of May. Do you know, lads, I see a group of lads over here who are walking up earlier. Just reminding me of myself walking up where I grew up. Have you ever voted, lads? Have you ever voted? No. No, I've never voted, yeah? And as I saw all you lads walking up earlier, I just reminded me of me walking up. And I thought, do you know what? If we get lads like that, if we get the groups of young lads, we get the non-voters to vote, it's gonna be like a lightning bolt into the middle of that establishment, because they ignore us. They don't care about us. The reason they don't care about us, I've said it every single speech, so if you've watched them, you've probably heard it. Working class communities like this. 75% of our country are from communities like this. 96% of those traitors in Parliament are middle class. Their children are privately educated. Now, I'm not having a go at Middle England. I'm not having a go at people who are middle class. I'm not having a go at successful people either. What I'm saying is, it's the people from our communities who have been forgotten, who have no voice. I'm here to ask you, every one of you, I want to be your voice. I want to be your voice.
So as you just heard in his speech, Tommy did mention that he himself has never voted for the EU. Have you voted in the past?
Yeah, I didn't really vote much, to be honest. No, it's only recently that I've become interested in politics.
And why the recent interest in politics?
I watched Donald Trump and I saw how they sort of mistreated him and belittled him when he was with his wife and stuff, and it was like David and Goliath, really. The whole country was against him, and well, he's done so good, and I think Donald Trump's fantastic, and I've been watching Tommy, and I just want to get behind him, you know.
Do you see any similarities in Tommy and Donald Trump, at least with the media, how they treat him?
Oh gosh, yeah, it's awful, isn't it, the way they're treating him? Yeah, we're incensed really with what's gone on. It was in Carlisle the other day, and the way the police handled that situation, it was appalling. And off the strength of that, we've come tonight, you know, we just want to show him our support.
Have you voted in the past?
No, no way.
And will you vote this time?
I think so, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually felt like someone will make a difference.
The reason I've come to the Northwest, I want to get into Labour's heartlands. The reason why is because I feel so betrayed by them. My granddad, my mum, my whole family would have been loyal Labour voters. What Labour have done to this country, what they've done across this country, the way they've betrayed us for a new electorate of people, the way they have, and I get angered and frustrated by it. And until there's an opposition, and an alternative option, I want to be that alternative option. I want to go across this country into working class communities. To the lads like that who have never voted, I want to give you something to vote for. We need to be talking politics. All of us talking politics. The reason why we're betrayed, and it's a fact, the reason why we are betrayed is because we don't vote.
Have you voted before?
Every time.
Every time?
For Labour. And he's right by what he says about you go with what your parents have brought you up to vote. And I've, from a working class background, I've always voted Labour. My brother has done very well for himself, and he should really be voting more Conservative. And it was sort of a thing with my father where he would say, no, you should be voting Labour, you're forgetting your roots. And I think that's true. But what happened for me this time was I've been very ill, and I've been housebound and bedbound for about a year. And I commented on the New Zealand massacre saying that all Muslims are just like us, they're just working to feed their children, give them a decent life. And somebody commented back saying, you don't understand the Islam ideology. Research it. So that's what I've done. I've researched it, and I found Tommy, I found Avi, and I've never been as worked up in my life, and it's got me out of bed. I'm from Leeds, I'm not from here. We've come all the way, it's got me out of bed. And I just sort of owe my life really to Tommy. He's got me back.
So what exactly, what's the biggest reason that you're switching from Labour to an independent candidate like Tommy?
Because I am frightened of what will happen if Sharia law comes in. I think the whole world is ruled by a power we don't know. I think it's above our government, and it's been shown the way the police have treated him. Everything, it's just awful. You know, it's terrible how they're getting away with just sort of making him disappear. It's terrible.
Have you guys ever voted?
Yeah, I voted, yeah. I voted for Labour, that was about 3 years ago, but that was only because my granddad used to vote for them. Now, there's no point in voting for them because they're just trying to cause the destruction of our nation, really, and what I see. For Corbyn.
What do you think is going to be different this time with if Tommy wins, when he wins? What do you think is going to happen? Is this going to shake things up in European Parliament?
Oh, it'll definitely shake things up, yeah. We need a stir in Parliament because all we've got now is elites and not working class people, and there's 4% of working class people in Parliament. That is nowhere enough for states like this. We need working class people. We need people standing up for our values and what our rights, freedom of speech. I've been banned off Facebook just for saying Tommy Robinson's in Blackpool about last week, and I got banned off Facebook just for saying that. I didn't say nothing racial, nothing hateful. I got banned for telling the truth. If you've got any opinion, come down and speak to him, and I got banned. And I just think it's total hypocrisy, the silence of the media and everything. It's just bang out of order.
You know what I'm concerned about with the votes? I know how corrupt this establishment really is because of what they've done. They've persecuted this man. They've broke him, tried to do everything they can to kill him, and he's endured them. You know, I think that they will try to fiddle with these votes. Yeah. So I advise everyone, take a pen and get it down. Make sure you make a dint in the paper when you scribe it as well, because this is how corrupt these people are. You know, they will be devastated if Tommy gets elected. It'll be a shock to the system. Yeah, and I can't wait for it to happen. I've even put 206 quid on Tommy to be elected at Paddy Power at 16 to 10 odds. 17 to 10, sorry. Get your money on Tommy Robinson, guys.
Oh, Tommy Robinson!
Have you voted in the past?
Yeah, but only to leave.
And are you going to be voting for Tommy this time?
Definitely, yeah. 100%.
And why are you voting for Tommy?
Because unlike Farage, I feel like he's actually for the people, not a turncoat.
Have you voted in the past?
Just to change things, really. You know what I mean? So yeah, free speech is a thing. That's what everybody boils down to, is free speech. I've never voted in the European elections before, but I am this time because nothing's changing.
So why do you think it's going to be different this time if you vote for Tommy?
At least he's going to say what people feel, and that's the whole point of it.
Have you voted for the European Parliament before?
I voted at the referendum, but that was the first time I've ever voted.
And how do you feel with how do you feel the Brexit negotiations have? Like, how do you feel about it? Do you think they've been doing a good job? Are you happy with it or not?
Not at all. It's been horrific, and you know, there's most of the parties now advocating for a second referendum, but we've had a vote. What's the point of a democratic society if you're just going to keep voting until they get the answer they want? That's not how it works.
They're not going, are they? You know what I mean? It's been 3 years. Where are we? We're no further on 3 years than where we were then. They should have figured this out 3 years ago. Not trying to sort it out now. It's just ridiculous. So that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? I wouldn't vote for any of them now. It's just waste time. But if it doesn't go through, I'll never vote again.
Paulie voted for Brexit and it's still not happening. And to me, if we have another referendum, there will be civil war. I really believe we will be at civil war. The newspapers and the media are not telling the true story.
I want everyone to understand what will happen on the 23rd when we win this election. Every single one of you, if you get out and vote, get your family out, get them out to vote, you will take part in a historic moment that is going to shock so many people. It's not going to shock us because we know how people are feeling. But you see those detached from society, you see the politicians, the liberal elite, the media, they will be scratching their heads. I don't want the 23rd of May to be a protest vote. I want it to be the beginning of an uprising, the beginning of a fight back, the beginning of the resistance.
I'm here in the UK to report on Tommy Robinson's campaign because I don't trust the mainstream media to do so fairly. To see all my videos and help support independent journalism by helping me pay for my journey, please visit TommyReports.com. Unlike the BBC, we get no government funding and we rely 100% on viewers like you.